everybody, this is Kevin, and welcome back to another comic book review. And today we're going to take a look at Daredevil number 21, written by Chip Zdarsky, with artwork by Marco Checchetto. And in my opinion, this is the best ongoing series for Marvel right now. And right now, Marvel is notorious for having so many different, flood-the-shelf type books, whether they're just 5-issue miniseries, whether they're, I'll just call them the SJW characters that are going to get canceled after 10 issues, like you see with Spider-Woman right now. They're on issue 2. I mean, I can't imagine that going on for a long time. Black Widow, they just rebooted to coincide with the movie, which is delayed now. And just so many things. There's like 10 different X-Men books. You heard me complain about that. But Marvel does have a few very good titles, including Daredevil, including Thor by Donny Cates and Nick Klein, and also including Venom by Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. But this Daredevil is terrific. And this is the aftermath of the last story arc where, you see Truth or Dare Part 1. The last story arc was a two-parter in which, there was complete total anarchy in Hell's Kitchen with supervillains, with Bullseye, Crossbones, Rhino, Typhoid Mary, Owlsley, all these villains. And Matthew Murdock here, Daredevil, didn't want to go out there and fight crime as Daredevil because in a prior issue he had killed a man, and so he wanted to retire from being Daredevil and turn himself in. Until he saw a bunch of the citizens wearing Daredevil masks go out there is when he put the mask on. And you see he's just wearing a tank top there with blood on his shirt and not wearing his typical Daredevil costume. And Wilson Fisk here is actually the mayor right now of Hell's Kitchen, and they fought side by side. And at the end of issue 20, Matt Murdock, said he's going to turn himself in, and he's surrendering, and he wants to be arrested. So Mayor Fisk here is telling the officers here to arrest him, to arrest Matt Murdock, and he wants Detective North to do it. And then you got this woman here screaming at Owlsley that, he had murdered one of her sons, and just complete chaos going on the past couple issues. So Detective Cole North here, who's an ally of Daredevil, arrests him. Simple as that. And then you got this call here with Wilson Fisk making a call to the Strowman sisters, who actually orchestrated the attacks, I believe, on issue 18. And you can see here, it'll do wonders for your re-election campaign, if we let it, of course. So, very interesting. So, is Wilson Fisk really a good guy, mayor looking after the citizens? Or is he just doing this as a publicity stunt to ensure his re-election? So then Matt Murdock has a great talk here with Detective North. He says, "You are right to go after me. I should face the consequence for what I've done. The masks makes it too easy to pretend that I'm above it all. But I'm not, and neither are you. You're a good cop, Cole. You know right from wrong. And you know when the rules fall on the side of the wrong. And you know what I did isn't that. But they'll destroy you. The punishment won't fit." And then all of a sudden a car comes out of nowhere. And it's actually Foggy Nelson, Matt Murdock's best friend and law partner and all that. And he wants to be the lawyer for Matt in the upcoming trial. And he's talking to the prosecutor here. And then while he's talking there, Matt Murdock escapes and goes back to his house for a quick minute, to which he finds Spider-Man. And Spider-Man's like, "What are you doing here? You're supposed to be in jail. You told us you were going to retire from being Daredevil and turn yourself in." And Matt says, "I am turning myself in, but not as Matt Murdock, as Daredevil." And look at that page right there. Look at that drawing. Absolutely terrific. And his reasoning behind that is because he doesn't want people to know who he is, to harm those he loves, including Foggy and all his other friends. And so for that, he wants to be tried as Daredevil, not as Matt Murdock. And Spider-Man's like, "Oh, you're a real piece of work. You're lying to me. I'll be back." And he just leaves. And Matt was really getting ready to fight him. He's like analyzing, his heart rate's rising. He's ready. And he didn't want to have to fight Spider-Man, a friend of his. So then nice tribute here for Denny O'Neil. Everyone knows Denny O'Neil from his time with DC Comics, writing and editing Batman for all those years, writing the Green Lantern and Green Arrow series and The Question. And I didn't even realize that because I'm more of a DC guy than Marvel myself. But he had done so much work for Marvel, whether he was editing or writing, doing Doctor Strange and Iron Man and Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Daredevil. This Daredevil is actually the Frank Miller Daredevil, and he was the editor for that. Alpha Flight and Spider-Man. So how cool is that? So Daredevil's on his way back. Great drawing there. I mean, I never heard of Marco Checchetto either. He's been doing the whole Daredevil run, aside for a few fill-in issues, and it's absolutely spectacular. Look at that. Terrific. So he makes his way to the courthouse, and you see from the beginning when Wilson Fisk was talking to the Strowman sisters, and they all had the signs there that Fisk is the best, Fisk is the man, no, lock him up. And then they have signs, to hell with the devil, Fisk is our hero. So he shows up with Foggy, and they're patting him down, making sure he doesn't have any weapons on him. Of course, we all know Daredevil's blind, but he has a great heightened sense of everything else around him. And he's talking to the prosecutor here, Attorney Hochberg, and he's talking, and this part's pretty cool. He unveils himself to the attorney, and it's revealed that they actually know each other, and how he worked for him, and all that. And so he's like, oh, well, we can't reveal a secret identity, because, well, then they'll know that I'm connected to him, they'll know he's connected to him, so we can't have that going on. So it's just a great issue, how it ended there, and how he's going to be tried as Daredevil, and absolutely terrific. I mean, this Daredevil run's great. See, this is what I mean with the miniseries that Marvel does. This is a 5-issue miniseries by Peter David, and then you have this 5-issue miniseries by Neil Adams and Mark Waid, which actually artwork looks really good. I mean, we all know that these two are absolute nut jobs, but great artwork there. And this is actually Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, and Galactus teaming up to fight whoever Antithesis is. But yeah, I recommend Daredevil. You can get the trades right now. Trade Volume 1 collects 1 through 6. Number 2 is 7 to 12. And number 3 is 13 to 18. So that gets you relatively close to this run. And they're like $9 on in-stock trades. So if you haven't read Daredevil, go at least get Trade Paperback Volume 1 and check it out, see what you think. But definitely great art for what Marvel is now. And I've enjoyed the story so far. I want to show you that shot again. Yeah, oh man, absolutely terrific. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And stay tuned for more new comic book reviews coming soon. Everybody have a great day.